Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. It is me, Kadero Hudson, the Wing Man. Yes, I haven't been here in a minute. I was in Vegas, right? I was relaxing. Uh, I've been doing some presentations at my job. Uh, but I'm back, baby. I'm back. I'm dropped. I'm just dropped 3 videos. This is the third video of the 3, and this is gonna be a fantastic video. So the first 2 videos I dropped was just about just my portfolio reviews. One was just my dividend growth portfolio, what I've changes I made in that. The second video was just my overall all of my portfolios and what I did, and so uh, those are just hopefully just get more views, get people to support your boy, support this investing journey. Hopefully, inspire you guys to invest and start your investing journey and look at different type of stocks to buy. But today video, so what I like to typically do is I like to drop some portfolio reviews and everything, and then I like to sneak in a video on how to how to do this, how to do that right, because I love to educate the community. I love putting everybody up on game. And I have a series on how to make X amount of dollars in the stock market passively. So I start out with how to make $50 per month passively through dividend growth investing, how to make $100 online passively. A video on $250, $300 a month passively. So today we gonna go the full Monty. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's talk about it. Right. Let's talk about it. How to make I've done $500 per month. I think I know I did a $300 per month or whatnot. So let's go big. Let's go. Let me show you guys how to make a $1,000 per month passively through dividend growth investing. Yes. And with this, you already see, guys. I've only employed, only got a couple tabs. So normally, I have multiple tabs, and so if you are intrigued about what I have to say, make sure you strap in, baby. Make sure you like and subscribe to my channel. Watch the video from beginning to end because I'm going to go over the ETF that you probably haven't heard of, but most importantly will make this video important and that you need to listen from beginning to end. It's the strategy. It's the strategy. Now, I'm not a financial advisor, so you can take whatever I say with a grain of salt. This my video is for fun and educational purposes only, but at the same time, uh, there's many different strategies that people employ to make money. Normally, you can do like what I'm doing with the dividend growth investing, having a dividend growth portfolio. You can go do it that way. You can. So some people they just invest into QYLD or Jepi and they buy shares or $500, $1,000 worth of that per month, per week. Okay, or which is the preferable way is to buy a growth asset like a Bitcoin, Ethereum, S&P 500, VTI, or something that's going to grow fast, right? You invest it, you grow this pot portfolio up to a certain point. You take that asset of the money, you sell it, you pay the taxes, and then you utilize the money and you put it into dividend assets, and then you live off of. So, in me saying that, it's easy, right? Oh yeah, you can do this, blah 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 blah. Yes, so yes, that's going from A to about N, right? MNOP, right? But there's still letters, there's still process procedures in the middle that you got to do, right? So, for example, stay consistent in investing, even in times of recession, even when it's times when there's red days. Staying consistently investing. Months where you feel like the market is falling and people want to quit the market. So those are like the things in between where it's like invest even when you don't feel like it, or even when you feel like you want to take a trip to the Philippines or Colombia. Invest into your future, right? And so, one ETF for you guys to look into is right here. It's called SMH. I know, right? SMH, but it's not talking about shaking my head. This is the VanEck Semiconductor ETF, and I just bought this ETF and I put it into my traditional IRA because I want growth, and so the goal is to make $1,000 per month. $1,000 per month is on an annualized basis $12,000. If you can get to where you're making $12,000 on an annualized basis passively, then you work with something because then you can if you can get that $12,000 to about $20,000, then you can honestly retire and move outside the United States, and you can live pretty much anywhere you want to, reasonably, right? And so with this ETF, the holdings in SMH, it's a semiconductor ETF. So what we're focusing on is that we want to add an asset that's going to grow substantially. Let's give a time frame. Let's say a time frame between 10 to 15 years. If you can allocate 10 to 15 years to an asset that's going to, going to have its ups and downs, but you're going to consistently and be investing 700 between 750 and $1,000 in this asset every month without a shadow of a doubt, and you're going to dedicate 10 to 15 years, you're going to want something that's going to grow over 20% annual increase in annual returns to be able to hit your goal of making it over $1,000 per month. And I'm going to show you how to do it and how it's going to unfold. In this asset, the top 10 holdings is NVIDIA, Taiwan Semiconductors, Broadcom, ASML, Texas Instruments, AMD, Analog Devices, Qualcomm, Intel, and Applied Materials, right? And so before we move forward, year to date, this ETF is up 60%. Now, I told you you're looking for something that's going to increase more than 20% on an annualized basis. This year alone, it's up 60%. Over the past 5 years, this ETF is up roughly 200%. 200%. 200 divided by five is what? 200 divided by five is 40%. 40%. That's unheard of. That means you are doubling. You're really honestly doubling your money every year and a half. Imagine you had $10,000, just $10,000. Your $10,000 will be doubling every year and a half. That's crazy. That's a lot of doubling, right? Okay, so I have a compound interest calculator because I'm not here to waste you guys' time. And the inputs that we put in is that you start out with $5. I told you to give me uh give me 15 years, but I put a total of 20 years. But give me 15 years in total. You're gonna have a an interest rate increasing over 20%, and you're going to contribute on a monthly basis $750, which means that you every bi-weekly you're going to be contributing $375 into this SMH semiconductor ETF, right? And so starting out, I said just give me 10 to 15 years, and so this how it span out. This how it span out. So it starts out small where you invest in is increasing. So at the 10 year mark, you're at $264,421 at the 15-year mark. This is key. So imagine you're starting at 25 years old, or you're starting at 30 years old. So you're starting at 30 years old uh, right now, and I said just give me 15 years. 15 years, you'll be at around 45 years old. You'll stand the course. You invest. Yeah, you take your trips a long way, but you stand uh, diligently, right? So at around 45 years old, you have a portfolio balance of around $800,000. Now here's the trick. The trick is that now you have a portfolio balance of $800,000. You can let that grow, and within 2 more years you have $1 million. But if you want to be able to live off of your money a lot quicker, what you do is this. Now you find an asset that's going to pay you income, like realty income. And so what happens is that since realty income has a dividend yield of 5%, you want to live off of it. So to live off of it, so to have a uh to live off of it, so that $1,000 per month, which is $12,000. And so what you do is that your portfolio balance was $800,000. Let's say you took $350,000 divided by realty. Realty income is $60 right now. So you will receive 5,833 shares of old realty. So your portfolio will be $800,000. You taking 350 of the $800,000. So you still have a lot more money to over $400,000 to yourself. And so you take this 5,833 shares, 5,833 shares times the by 0.26, because O Realty pays 26 cents per month. Oh, you will be receiving $1,516 in dividend income per month. 1,516 times 12. Sorry, times 12 is $18,000. Now, mind you, by just taking your right here, right here, you would have a portfolio at year 15, at 45 years old. You will have a portfolio of $800,000. $800,000 out of $800,000, take 350,000, will leave you with $450,000, right? $450,000 to yourself, and then you dump 350,000 right here into realty income, and we know right here, just to show you right here, realty income pays 26 cents per month. So all you had to do was take that 350,000, divide by 60, because $60 a share of O Realty gives you 5,833 shares. 5,000 times it by 0.26, you'll be receiving roughly $1,500 a month. And the great thing about O Realty income, it increases in dividend on a quarterly basis. Now it may be small, like point blah blah blah, but it increases, meaning that you'll I would say you will be beating inflation, but you'll be right along the lines of inflation. Then guess what? Now the goal is that, so for example, so people want to try to figure out, okay, what's the best way to make $1,000 per month. I want to make passive income, so that I can live in Brazil, so I can live in Colombia, so I can live in, you know uh, London, right? This is the best way, because basically, if you're able to make roughly 1,000 to 1,500 passive income, just just like this net, you can live outside of the U.S. And that's not taking consideration. Guess what? You got an online business. That doesn't take consideration. What if you have Bitcoin? What if you have Ethereum? What if you have other dividend stocks, other things that you have invested? What if you decide to want to, if you have a house, like me? What if you have a house and you decide to want to sell a house, right? Or what if you want to keep the house and then you just have somebody, have tenants to rent the house and you rent it out and then take their money to pay the mortgage and everything, and then you pocket a little bit. The chances are limitless, right? And guess what? You only sacrificed 15 years of your life investing $750 per month, $375 bi-weekly into this semiconductor ETF. Within 15 years, you may increase your portfolio balance to up to $800,000, and that's if you decided to stop at year 15. If you decide to sacrifice and kept at it for two more years, right here, if you decide to keep at it 2 years, that $800,000 goes up to right here to $1.2 million. You're good. So if you absolutely wanted to stop at year 15, boom, you could have. If you wanted to sacrifice for another 2 years and hit millionaire status, boom. And guess what? If you decided to sacrifice another 2 years, okay, let's say you want to move to Rio, so Sao Paulo, Brazil, right? And you want to set at 45 years old, you do it at 47 years old. Okay, cool. But guess what? Now instead of $350,000 you put into realty income, how about you put $500,000 into realty income? So right then and there, you was getting passive income of 1,500. What if you can increase? You're receiving passive income for, 1,700, 1,800, $2,000. So you're receiving passive income of $2,000 by putting $500 into realty income, and then you're pocketing the rest of the other $500,000. And most people that live as expat abroad and Brazil or Thailand or whatnot, they're not. I can't speak for everybody, but are you telling me that everybody that live abroad, living with $500,000? No, no. You'll be lucky if a person has enough to, like 250,000, 300,000 to to take to live with them. So that's the goal. So yeah, you have a goal, you set the goal, and then a lot of times you want to push past the goal because you want. And then guess what? Then once you hit 60, 65, then you really can be really good because then you file for Social Security. Then you be really good. So the goal is right here. It's to make $1,000 per month in passive income. You start out with a growth asset like Tesla, Apple, or like right here SMH, and it's this semiconductor ETF. Put at least $750 per month, $350 or $375 bi-weekly. If you could put more into it, then you could be able to hit your goal a lot quicker. Boom. Sacrifice. Give yourself 15 years to compound and to buy. Stay consistent. Right here. Let it hit at least $800,000. Put that $350,000 into realty income to receive that passive income of $1,500 passively that's growing on a quarterly basis, but you receive $1,500 monthly base on a monthly basis. And if you want to sacrifice another 2 years, you you have a portfolio of $1 million, and then put $500,000 down into realty income. Live off the rest. Go live in Sao Paulo. Go live in Pattaya, Thailand. Go live in Phuket. Live in Bangkok. Live in Colombia, Cali, Colombia. Passport Bros, we up, baby. I'm giving you guys the tools you need. Let's get it. Let's get this money. Let's do it. Like, what's stopping you? Let's go. Let's get it. So, I just wanted to go over this video to show you guys that it's simple. All the tools that you need is that you stay consistent, you stick with it, and you buy it bi-weekly on a monthly basis. Whether it's the ETF or the stock is up or down. You buy Tesla, you buy SMH, you buy Lamb Research, you buy KLAC, you buy these stocks when it's up, when it's down, you dollar cost average. buy, consistent. Boom. Starts out $500, $10,000, $50,000. Then you see your portfolio begins to grow. Sell it, and then let's live. Let's live. Hope you guys enjoyed this video and understanding the complete picture, the complete goal, how to make $1,000 per month, and then basically how to leverage that money in the future to live off of it passively. And for me, I'm trying to win. I'm trying to retire early. I'm trying to retire by 50. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm out.